And so we always have open auditions, and so far that's always worked really well for us.
And where do you get your funding from?
Funding, again, is completely, we're a nonprofit, so it is completely from donations from the very generous Greater Portland community and our audience, our ticket sales.
And have you always been in this location on Sawyer Street in South Portland?
No, interestingly enough, we started in Portland. We used to perform during high school, and a fire in the 1970s occurred and destroyed the old rehearsal space. And so we were nomads for a few years, and then through the beneficiary Cedric Thomas, who the Playhouse is now named after, we bought this property and have been here since the mid-70s.
And what's the range of musicals that you do? Are they all just classic musicals? Are you doing any modern ones? What's your sort of play bill?
We try to do a range of shows to appeal to all sorts of different tastes. We opened our season this past year with Avenue Q, which is very modern, very up to date, a recent Broadway hit, but we also do Broadway classics, and we've done everything from The Sound of Music and My Fair Lady. So we really try to do a lot of different shows that will appeal to different audiences. We try to do shows that would appeal to children as well. We've done shows like Annie and Oliver this past season. So we try to present a range of theatrical offerings.
I returned from Crete this very day, and there is no play. Now what was everyone yelling about?
John, we're here on the set of A Funny Thing Happened on the way to the Forum. Great opening number, greatest opening number in the history of musical theater. Tell us about the show.
Well, you get no argument from me on the greatest opening number, certainly. The show is a classic. It's one of the reasons we chose this particular piece. We wanted to do something that was just fun. When jokes normally live maybe a week on the internet, these particular jokes have lived for 2,000 years. They're based on the plays of Plautus, an ancient Roman author, so I think it speaks a lot to the quality and the caliber, in addition to the fact that when it was created, they injected quite a bit of the vaudeville type humor, which I think just makes it a classic.
It's got a lot of different elements. It's got the humor, it's got a good love story, it's got a good chase scene. Tell us a little bit more. What's the show about if people don't know?
Well, it's about a slave, Pseudolus, who wants to get his freedom. In order to do this, he has to find a way for his master, Hero, to get the girl, Philia. In between all this, however, there are a lot of other factors keeping him from that. And it's all about how Pseudolus copes from one moment to the next and always manages to proceed. I liken it a little bit to Bugs Bunny and how he always manages to come out in front of Elmer Fudd. It's got that kind of fun and zany feel to it. And it's, like you said, it's got a great love story. It's got the chase scenes. It's got just a little something for everybody.
And do you think it still resonates with people? Even younger audiences, they still find it funny, do you think?
Well, that's a good question. We'll find out, certainly, but I think it will. I think the humor is there. I think the characters are great. We have certainly tried to push the boundaries of it, and we're playing it just as big as we possibly can. We want our actors to have fun, and we want them to be challenged. We want our audiences to be challenged, too. We hope that it's going to be one of those shows where if you blink, you'll miss something important. It's going to be that fast-paced.
And in the show, there's a lot of different things that happen all in different places, almost all at the same time. Is that difficult to stage?
It's incredibly difficult to stage, and this isn't the largest stage in the world. So it's all about making it look bigger and working within the confines and making 18 people work on a set that's probably only about 25 feet across and maybe 20 feet deep. I think one of the selling points of the show is the Stephen Sondheim music. He was challenged back in the day to write a conventional show. Someone said, can't you write a regular musical? So he did, and it was for him. There are some great numbers. They're all hummable, and you walk out with a very different feel from what you find in other Sondheim shows. You have, of course, all the classic humor that goes with it, and I think it's really got some tremendous appeal.
And if people want more information about the plays that are coming up, if they want to volunteer, if they want to donate, where can they go and get more information?
Absolutely. We'd love to have more volunteers and more patrons in our audience. And